territory. Bazelak in trouble. Down he goes. Shemar Stewart on the sack.
Look at this. Who's coming? 6 guys up. 4 of them come. Miscommunication.
It's an excellent job by Shemar Stewart.
Bengals first-round pick Shemar Stewart didn't participate in rookie minicamp.
I want my contract. I don't want some letter of protection. I don't want some clause that, what about this?
Hey, what it do, man? Look, it's your boy, Mr. 1%, and we back here on the 1% Network, man. And we got some big-time news, man. You know, we keep up with everything going on. We keep the drops dropping. You know, we going to keep doing what we do. And today, we talking about Shemar Stewart, man. Bengals first-round draft pick, Shemar Stewart, sits out of the first day of minicamp, and he's still sitting out today, as of today, right? He's still sitting out, but he just came out with exactly why he's sitting out and what he wants to get into. And we're going to drop some info and get into that here in a second. All right, so according to Stewart, it's hard not to participate and watch the rest of the team out there on the field, but he has to make the best decision for him. You know, you got to see some of the clips of him talking to the guys out there on the field, talking to the coaches, walking through some of the drills. You know, you can see the vision in his eyes, like he wants to be out there. But again, he got to make the best decision for him, right? And you know, I think it's really a big deal that he's participating in everything else. He's showing up for weightlifting. He's in all the meetings. He's participating in the walkthrough. So that's a good sign for any Cincinnati Bengal fans out there. Does he want to be here? You know, will he perform? You know, will he come to play each and every Sunday? And I think that's a yes, man. Him coming out of Texas A&M, you know, was a monster. I got to see him in the Senior Bowl, coming off the edge, making some big plays. Again, man, he's a really big guy, and defense and in position, you know, they really helped the team. You know, again, so that's a good sign that he's doing those things with the team. He wants to be there. I think he'll show up, right? Now, that might lead you to think, oh, man, this guy's a diva. He's demanding too much money. He hasn't played a down in the NFL yet. Do we know if he'll perform? Do we know if he'll show up? We don't. Right? The answer to all of that is we don't. But does he deserve it from what he's already done? Yes. He deserves it, whatever he's asking for, and we're going to get into that in a little bit of more detail, right? Like I said, a lot of people think, oh, man, he's blowing his opportunity. This dude is tripping. You know, you just skimming through the comments on the Twitters and the IG, but like I said, I think Stewart really understands the position he's in. I think he's going to get everything that he deserves, and if you got to see any of the details, right, that he stated himself, it's not anything crazy that he wants. He's simply requesting that his contract mirror the Bengals' last 2 first-rounders, right? That's it. He's not no crazy demands. He don't need the extra Rolls Royce. He not looking for the big Bengals house and the logo painted on the front yard. He's not asking for any of that. Nothing crazy. He just asking for his contract mirror the last 2 rounders. Excuse me. His contract mirror the last 2 first rounders. That was crazy. The last 2 first rounders that the Cincinnati Bengals have drafted, man. And I think that's reasonable. I think that's a reasonable request. I think anyone who has been keeping up, you know, guys who go first round, they've been watching this their whole life. They see what can happen. Athletes, you can go out there and, you know, God forbid, pop a knee, ankle, Achilles. You know, I've seen guys go out there in those mini camps and tear pectoral muscles and be out for the whole season. So things can't happen out there, and you want to have yourself covered. You don't want to go out there, you know, being worth 50 M's and get hurt, and now you can't get anything, and you back home in a couple years trying to figure your life out. So you got to look at it from both perspectives, man. And I think that Shemar Stewart is doing a heck of a job, you know, standing up for himself. You know, Lord, man. Hey, somebody tell the Bengals stop being so stingy, man. Pay that man. Get that man what he want, man. He ain't asking for nothing crazy. Good Lord, man. What we got to do? Sign a petition, write a letter or something? I'm going to do something. Hey, Shemar, hey, Stewart, we're going to hit him up on Twitter, man, and tell him we're going to make sure he get his money, man. And don't go out there without your money, man. That's how we coming right now. Come on, Cincinnati thing. Hey, okay. And I just had another thought process. I do understand they just had to sign their big dogs, right? They just paid both of their receivers, make sure their quarterback happy. I'm sure they had to do something on that line of scrimmage. You know, their offense is pretty big for the Bengals, and they just had to spend some money up there. But we need defense, man. Come on. Offense win games, defense win Super Bowls. Let's go. Pay Shemar Stewart, man. I don't feel that he's doing anything to hurt the team, anything malicious to hurt the team. I actually agree with him 100%. You know, stay in there, you know, figure it out with the guys. We're going to go to meetings. We're going to go to the training room. You know, we're going to be nice to all the staff. We're going to do everything that needs to be done. But that hour and a half, those 2 hours that we're out there practicing, I'm not going to participate until my money gets right. And I agree with that. And what would you do, right? Would you sit down? Would you go to practice or would you sit down? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. What would you do? Would you waste that opportunity and go out there and could trip up and, you know, hurt yourself or pull a muscle, you know, something before camp? Would you do that, or would you sit out and make sure you get your money and then show up to play 100%? I don't know. Let us know. So, like I said, man, that's what's going on right now with Shemar Stewart, the Cincinnati Bengals and the NFL. Let me know what you think, man. Do you think that, you know, he's wrong for sitting out? Do you think that he deserves the same opportunity as the last 2 first rounders the Cincinnati Bengals had? Drop your comments down below, man. Let me know what you think. This your boy, Mr. 1%, 1% Network. We out.